What's up, YouTube? Welcome to the Bead hybrid flat betting system. And along with this system, there are many benefits. We took a number of our strategies, mixed them all into one, and we've now wind up with a Bead hybrid flat betting system that accommodates all. So there's no Martingale betting strategies with this system. You can join any table at any time but before the 60th hand. You can stay at the table until you win 5 units. The banker player patterns are determined by the previous 6 hands. You will have a 7th hand recuperation option if needed and desired. You can have bankroll starting from $1,000 up to $6,300 depending on your minimum bet. The betting sequence with this system is 1 unit, 2 units, 4 units, 8 units, 8 units, and then 8 units. At the end of that 8th unit, if need be, count your balance. Your 7th recuperation hand, if needed, will be determined based on your final totals. Okay, let's pull up the Wizard of Odds simulator, and we have a clean board. So we want to set a 6-hand sequence first, and then our object would be to match one of those for a win. So we need to deal 6 hands to start our sequence. We had a banker, a tie, ties don't count, a player, and another tie, don't count that, and we have a banker, a player, and a banker. So we have banker, player, banker, banker, player, banker. We need one more. And that's a tie, doesn't count. Let's deal one more hand. And we have a banker. So here's our sequence. Banker, player, banker, player, banker, banker. Please write that down on your Baccarat card so you know exactly what to bet. You don't get confused. Banker, player, banker, player, banker, banker. So let's deal $100 on banker, our starting bet. And we have a banker win. So we're up $100 on a non-commission table. And we need 3 more hands to complete our 2nd sequence. So let's deal 3 more hands. We have 3 bankers. We have now a player, another banker, and we have another banker. So we have banker, 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 player, banker, banker. Very heavy on bankers for the next sequence. And our goal is to just match one of those in our next 6 hands. So let's bet $100 on banker. And we lost that. Next bet level is $200 on banker. And that's a tie. And we won that bet. So we're up $200 already. And we need 3 more hands to complete the 3rd sequence. So let's deal. We have a player. We have another player. And we have a banker. So we have our pattern now. It's a banker, player, banker, player, player, banker. Write that down on your card. We just want to match one of them to win $100. Banker, player, banker, player, player, banker. Let's deal, and we're going to bet $100 on banker. And we won that one. So now we're up $300. Let's check the board. We have a banker, banker. We need 4 more hands to complete our sequence. And we have a tie. We have a player win, another player win, and we have a banker win and a player win. So let's check the board. So we have a pattern of banker, banker, player, player, banker, player. That's our next sequence. We just want to match one of those in our betting sequence. And I think you'll find that 75% of all the hands are won in the very first 2 hands. Banker, banker, player, player, banker, player. Write them down. Let's bet on banker. and banker wins. So now we're up $400 on a non-commissioned table, and we need 4 more hands to complete our 5th sequence. So let's deal the hands. We have a banker, we have another banker, and we have a player. So we have a player, banker, 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 player. It's a banker sandwich, so to speak. So our first bet would be $100 on player, and let's see what happens. Player, $100, and we won that one. Very cool. So we're up $500 on a non-commissioned table. Now we need to deal 5 more cards to complete the next sequence. So we have now a banker, another banker, we have a player win, a banker win, and we have a banker win. So our next sequence is going to be player, banker, banker, player, banker, banker. We're only looking to match one of those to win $100. So let's bet on player. $100 on player. And we won that. Almost $600 now on a non-commissioned table. And in our next sequence, we need to deal 5 cards. So we have a banker, player win. We have a player win. Another player win. A banker win. And we have a player win. So take a look at your next sequence. Player, 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 banker, player. Very heavy on the players. So let's start betting $100 unit on player. And sure enough, it's dealing, and we lost that. $200 on player is our next sequence. And we won that. So now we're up $700 on a non-commissioned table, and we need 4 more hands to complete our sequence. We're on the 44th hand, so we're getting close to the end as far as we're concerned. So let's deal the next cards. And let's go to the history board. So we have banker, player, and we need 4 more to complete that sequence before we can start betting. So we have a banker win, another banker win, a banker win, another banker win. So here is our pattern. Banker, player, banker, 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 banker. We only need 1 match to win $100. So let's bet $100 on banker. See where this goes. And we won that bet. So we're up almost $800. And it came pretty easy. Again, 75–80% of all the hands we won were in the very first 2 hands. Okay, let's pull up our simulator, and we'll pick a random game. And you'll see that on the left, we're going to have some matches. So the first match starts on the player. We have another match on the banker, another match on the banker. Next sequence, a match on the player, match on the player, match on the player. That's 4 in a row. Match on the player. We have a match on the player on the bottom. Another match on the banker. Another match on the next banker. Match on the player. And we have a match on the banker. So those are the matches. Won about $1,200 at shoe if we went the whole shoe. Let's pick another random game. And again, we're looking for matches. So we have $100, $200 on that. Next match is on the player, $400, $500. The next match is on the banker, $600. We have another match on the banker, $700, $800. Match on the player, $900. Another match, $1,000. Next is on the player, it's $1,100. Next is on the banker, $1,200. And then finally, $1,300 on the banker match. So matches up very well, honestly. So next we have a match. It's $100, $200, $300, $400, $500. So we won 5 in a row on the first hand. Next is a banker match, $600, $700, $800. Next match is player, $1,000. We have a match in the player again, $1,100, $1,200, $1,300. So works out very well. And this is just a message from Smart Money Group. Now, Smart Money Group and its affiliates are corporations focused on cybersecurity on a global level and providing the very best solutions for mobile payment applications with instant cash back to its members of up to 10%. Our software developers, who are mostly made up of our Baccarat Club members, work many hours trying to put together good Baccarat strategies for you and YouTube subscribers. The cost of putting together proven systems and your YouTube channel presentations does get exhausting, to say the least. Smart Money Group does not charge a single penny for its products ever. If you find our videos helpful and creative, please subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. It's all we ask for all the time, money, and effort we continue to provide. If anyone watching this video happened to fall victim to another Christopher Mitchell scam, please hit the description button below and you will see our email address to respond with your story. We will do everything we possibly can to help you get the refund and expose Christopher Mitchell for the scamming, low-life scumbag he is. We receive about 2 per week, so you're not alone. Christopher Mitchell is now basically broke, and his scam is to charge $3,000 for a live session in Las Vegas. He takes your $3,000 and buys in for $2,500. When he loses that bankroll, which was really your money to begin with, he is still $500 richer despite his loss. Please be aware of this new scam and don't support his thieving channel ever. Thank you for listening and thank you for subscribing.